Hey Royals, this is Mademoiselle Mosley again. I hope everybody is doing fine tonight. Now, I don't know what y'all think, but this is what I know. If somebody tells you they're married, you need to go. You don't need to try to, figure out what's going on with them at their house or whatever it is. That's just a sign to go because that person belongs to someone, regardless of what it is that's going on, which is not your business. They need to handle their business on their own recognizance. See, it's not just about the relationship they have, it's about the relationship you want to have. You don't want to have a relationship with someone who has not closed the door before they've opened another one. You don't want the door cracked. You don't want the person foot in it. You don't want none of that reverb that comes along with all that situation that's not totally be explained, or I thought I was over them but I'm still in love, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I really think that when a person closed the door, they need to clean their room. After they close that door on that relationship that they no longer say that they want, they need to clean their room, because you don't want to go in that relationship and find old socks under your bed. You don't want to go in that relationship knowing that they got some shirts left in the closet. And I'm not talking about literally some clothes in the closet of shoes, but just old feelings, old memories. They still hooking up with them after y'all in a relationship because I wasn't totally done and over. I think that when we as people get out of an old relationship, we need to stay by ourselves and clean up our room. Now, another take on that. Sometimes when you're still in that marriage, you're already gone spiritually, mentally, but physically you're still dealing with all the things that goes along with it. You still need time to figure out what do you want within yourself, because I know some of us don't like to be alone. I get it. But some of the greatest gifts that you'll find is within yourself when you are alone. You figure out who you are, because a lot of times we get married to people before we realize who we are. So we're the reason why we're so engrafted with them. It's not that we love them so much, it's that we grew together. And all growing is not healthy. All growing is not healthy. We grew together. So we feel like there is it's like you can long for something that is toxic because that's all you've known. So you think that's love, and all the little nice little moments that you shared in between all the dysfunctional moments. And sex is one of the ultimate things that people need to sever in a relationship even before they get out of it, if you want to totally disconnect yourself. Because even if you don't love that person no more, whatever, if you ever have, when you have sex with them, it's an energy, it's a synergy, it's brought together because they know your body, you know their body. You might have been the first one that they ever had, or the first one you've ever had. And that does not mean anything without the right foundation. That's like building a house on sand. It's not going to stand. But you don't want to involve someone else inside of that toxicity and end up losing someone that's really good, that can really love you, that y'all can really go somewhere, because you have not cleaned your room. Clean your room before you invite somebody in. Make sure that there's no shoes still in the closet. Not literally, but just the foundation, the walk that you guys had, the talk that you guys have, the mindset that you have developed in the relationship that was toxic. You have to clean your room. Clean your room. Clean your room. so that when someone comes in, they have an opportunity to give you something new and fresh because you've dealt with the rest. I hope that helped y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, get it before it gets you. I'm out.